going on, everybody? This is CogCast. I'm here with my good buddy Domino.
Hi.
So tell everybody who you are.
I'm your friend, first and foremost.
That's news to me.
I
Just
know.
kidding. JK. JK.
No, I'm an actor in Orlando, Florida, which I absolutely love.
Right.
I'm a full-time student at the University of Central Florida.
Okay.
I'm a cat dad. I like long walks on the beach, fried chicken, and big dick.
So if I had to guess your ethnicity off of that, I could probably narrow it down, but I won't say it just because it might be racist.
Asian.
He's Asian. He's an Asian guy. Speaking of Asian guys, we're going to start the story with the United guy who gets pulled off the plane. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's been talking about it. It's been a horror show, apparently. It's been the most disgusting, unfathomable thing anyone's ever seen in my... Listen, I was not that abhorred by it. Were you?
Listen, I think anybody who gets on a fucking plane, first of all, is already anxious and tired and just wants to get from point A to
that's like a safe place, right? Like an airplane should be like
I feel like once you get past the fucking security and you have to take off your shoes and your belt and you like finally get there, like sitting on the plane is like the piece de resistance. Like, bitch, give me my peanuts and get the fuck out my face.
Exactly. It's like the worst thing. Like, what I'm worried about the most when I'm sitting on a plane is like a fat guy, like sleeping.
That should be your only worry.
I'm not worried about getting like ripped out like a weed,
right,
in like someone's yard.
It was actually pretty bad. I think. I don't think anybody should be treated like that. PointBlankPeriod.com. Nobody should be ripped out of their fucking seats and done that.
Right.
I think it could have been handled a lot better, and the fact that the president of United is backing up his employees, and it was like this. He
was cold about it. Like the first few days when they asked him to apologize, he was like, "Listen, we did our job.
This is procedure. This is I support them." Like, I wonder what the training for that is when you hire. You know, on the application when it's like, "Can you lift 150 or more pounds?"
But there's no application like when you get on an airplane. It's like, are you willing to get ripped out of your seat by air marshals and police people?
I'm barely ready to assist in the event of an emergency when I get the handicap thing.
So you don't sit in like the emergency exit seats?
No, I will because I like the leg room. But they come by and they're like, sir, are you willing to assist in the emergency?
Yeah!
And I'm just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like, are you 18 when you go to a website? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
18.
totally.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
like in the event of an actual emergency, like don't come find me. Like I am not going to come help. Hell no, you better give me my air mask and get the hell away from me. I'm trying to get on this floating device.
So we're gonna play. It's only 1:18 seconds. We'll talk over it until the money shot where he says, "Just kill me." All right. So if you haven't seen it, this doctor got on a plane and they overbooked the flight and they asked for volunteers. Well, first they said, "Hey, we'll pay you $800 to get off the plane." No one budged. Right. So then they're like, "You know what? We're gonna pick people at random." This is him. This is the man picker, and they're yanking him out. Like this is like doctors and a newborn that's like stuck in the cervix. They are ripping this guy out.
It's a breech birth.
And like I don't want to laugh, but like his belly's showing.
Look at what you did to him! Oh my God!
And all these people are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" But they're not stopping it.
Right.
Oh my God!
But
Everyone's got their phones. Everyone's got their phone out just to show it.
I feel like this is entirely way too dramatic.
It's way
I feel like this is way too... Like, this could clearly have been handled in a better way. I think the screaming was totally for show, because he knew that people were going to have the phones out.
Of course.
And to be dragged like that, like, come on, man. Like, you could have stood up. And... For $800...
Let me ask you this. If you're getting pulled, are you going to, like, I'm probably just going to go with, like, if 5 people are pulling out of my chair, I'm probably going to comply.
Right.
Right? And then just complain about it later and get...
Listen, for $800, you can get a hotel room. They're going to probably reimburse your trip.
Yeah.
And you can go to the bar and fucking have a heyday.
But now this guy gets pulled out of his chair. He's bleeding from his mouth.
I have to go home. Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me.
Just kill me.
Kill me. Just kill me. Just kill me.
He's got blood from his ear to his mouth.
Go home. have to go home.
What is
Just alright, so just kill me.
What does he need to go home for? Who's
Well,
not
he's
watching
a doctor.
his cat?
He's a doctor, and apparently he had patients he needed to tend to.
I don't know.
And here's the story behind this guy, and it doesn't negate what happened to him,
Yeah.
but he's been busted for false giving pills, drugs, whatever to people under the table.
Have any of these allegations actually been proven to be true?
Yes, they have. And also, he also traded pills for gay. He has a wife. Gay sexual favors.
Dun dun dun!
I know. And I'm sure when United found that out, they're like, we're going to pound this to everybody so they know this guy is a creep and this and that and the other thing. But
Yeah.
the bottom line is, we talked about this before, he's set for life. He's a millionaire.
He is a millionaire. As soon as, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I saw this video, I was like, this is really sad for him, but he is going to get coins, honey.
Oh my God.
Like, he actually, this was like a live action Deal or No Deal.
Right.
It was like, will you get out of your seat for $800? No. Will you get dragged out of your seat and off a plane
For
and become
$20
viral?
million.
For $20 million.
Yeah.
I got a deal. Just kill me. Just kill me.
What do you think, though? Like, I'm thinking 20 million is like probably the over/under on this guy. Like,
Well, I don't know.
because he
I
got
mean,
the high, he got a high, because this was coming out of Chicago,
Yeah.
but he got a high-powered attorney in New York.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have the video evidence.
Oh, yeah.
United has no leg to stand on
Yeah.
because this is ridiculous. So I'm thinking, because
20 million.
what they're going to do now, because United may have put their foot in their mouth with all these allegations, so now they're going to say his reputation's ruined, he can't practice, so they're going to want future earnings from this guy, which could be millions,
That's
because
really
he's a
smart 'cause
doctor.
he's a doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
So now they're going to say, hey, you know what? Trauma, all this kind of stuff, plus future earnings, plus,
Yeah.
public humiliation.
That's a big one because this is viral. Like
now it
this
could
is-
be now
this is
that I'm
news.
talking, like, it could be 30 mil. Could be more.
I mean, hey, he is going to be set for life. This is probably absolutely going to ruin his practice.
Right.
But I think when you're that set for life, I mean, go somewhere else, and then he can buy his own plane.
I mean, if I'm him, I'm going to Mexico and I'm living like a king the rest of my life.
Living like a king, darling.
With 30, 40, I don't know what he's going to get. Let's say he gets 30 mil.
Yeah.
Probably a percentage of that's going to go to his lawyer. And then after taxes, he might have like
Yeah, so
19.
he's probably gonna like
He'll
walk
probably,
away.
He'll probably
with
net
19.
15 mil plus.
Okay.
But still,
That's a lot better than $800.
15, and United's so cheap. They could have offered people other flight lines have offered people like thousands of dollars before, like thousands.
To just get off the plane.
Yes, like Delta and all them, they've offered thousands. Like one person now books planes only to ask to get off. Like, he knows the plane's going to be crowded, so he books a ticket on it, only to get asked, hey, if you want to get off, we'll give you this amount. So that's a scam. That's a scam now.
That's really smart.
That's an air scam.
You know what's also a good scam, but it's not really a scam? Summer's coming up. Any vacation plans you have, the best place to go through is what?
What?
United.
Well, not now.
Stay on track,
Not
Garrett.
now.
Yeah, their tickets are probably so cheap because of everything that is happening right now. If you
Listen.
want to go to Paris, Rome,
Listen,
anywhere.
I'm a scumbag, so when I first saw this video, you know what I thought?
What do you think?
I thought, I need to fly to Seattle, so their ticket prices are probably going
That's
to drop.
that's literally what I just said.
So,
I'm
I looked, but they weren't that low.
Well, then you know what? You give them a bad Yelp review. You say, "Just come in, just come in."
But like, that's the ultimate
You
meme, right?
leave.
Isn't that the ultimate meme? Like, you could literally say, "I spent too much money tonight," and I looked at my credit card the
I
next
have to
morning.
go home. Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me.
Or like, you know what?
Okay, so let me play like good cop, bad cop, because he's probably like so traumatized about this happening. But at the same time, if he's a doctor, he's very educated and he's very smart about the fact that this is going to look at the climate that we are living in this politics, the political climate of the world, and how
Just hot as global warming.
social media is on everything. He was probably playing it up, and if he wasn't, he did a good job of doing it anyways.
Right.
And he's okay. I mean, realistically, everything that happened in this video was overly dramatic from everybody's part.
Right.
At the end of the day, he didn't deserve to be dragged out of the seat.
Did not.
United didn't deserve to take actions the way they did because that was just so tasteless and classless. And they're not JetBlue. Like, their legroom is trash. Like, and their accommodations on the plane are not that good. Like, you can't just be dragging people off your damn plane like it's the best. Like, it's really not. Like, have a seat.
Here's another viral meme when Game of Thrones kills off your favorite character.
Go home. Just kill me.
Or
I could go all day with this.
Or,
go ahead.
Or when you come home late and your mom is sitting at the door with the belt ready to whoop your ass.
Just kill me.
But do you want to get killed though? Like,
I mean, he literally is like, I have to go home. Just kill me. Like, he's contradicting himself. Like, where are you going? That is this. Like, I don't want to go home that bad to where I'm like, just kill me so I can go home. I have to feed my cat. Like, it can wait.
Or if you're the manager on the night shift and everybody called out.
I have to go home. Just kill me.
Or
when you're at work and you pull a double and your boss asks you to stay even longer.
Just kill me.
Okay.
Let's go. All right. Are we gonna go on all day with those?
Too good.
So Domino's got the list. What's next on the list? Isn't it yet? This is a personal story he wants me to say, and I don't want to say it.
Okay, so like backtrack. Rephrase.
Okay, all right. We'll backtrack.
We need to have a good segue into this.
All right. So
like,
Domino, he asked me. He goes, "Have you ever been with somebody who said, is it in yet?"
Well, because I was trying to plug in my USB cord to your computer,
right?
And you were like, "Is it in yet?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sure you've heard that before."
Yeah.
And so now I want to know, has somebody ever said that before?
And you know what? You know what my answer to that is?
All right.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Yes. Okay. So listen. When you're young and you're horny, you meet people that you probably wouldn't want to meet a lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's living.
So I don't know if I met this person online or probably online. Probably on those skeezy like Plenty of Fish websites. You remember that Plenty of Fish?
No, I've never.
Plenty of Fish now is like bottom of the barrel. Like if you can't get a match on Tinder, you go on Plenty of Fish and it's bad. Like,
do you know who used to be on that website?
Who?
My mother.
Woo!
She was all about it. She was all about black people meat and plenty of fish.
Okay, so I met this like bigger black chick named Ruthie.
Come on, Ruthie.
And my parents are gonna kill me, but I'm sorry. Like, this is the story.
Mary, Tony, if you're listening,
I've had sex. I'm sorry. I've had sex. I'm sorry. I'm 28 years old. I've had sex.
How dare you?
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
And it's almost Easter Sunday.
Because they're the only people who listen. They're the only people who listen to this podcast. So it's like them and like two other people.
So you know what you do now that you've admitted this. Mother's Day and Father's Day is just around the corner.
It's around the corner.
You get Mary the most beautiful bouquet of flowers.
I get Mary flowers all the time, actually.
Do you really?
I do.
That's really sweet. I never
get
my mom flowers. I'm really bad at gifts. Like
you are bad at gifts.
You tell me it's your birthday, I'd rather spend time with you and go out with you and hang out and make you a cake or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to get you a fucking gift that you're just gonna like put on your shelf and like throw it like.
I don't mean to brag. I'm good with gifts. Like I know what people like, and I pick up on what they want, and I get them like that, and they're like, "Wow,
that's a real skill."
I really like that gift, but you're bad at it. Other people I know are bad at it. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right?
So
anyway,
about the gift that you gave Ruthie.
So
Ruthie or Ruby?
My God! So like I went over. We watched Martin. I don't watch Martin. It's a funny show, but I don't watch Martin. Show. So she's and you know we're hanging out with her. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we come out. We go to her bedroom. Oh my God! Like I couldn't eat tuna for 2 weeks after.
Oh my God!
It was a mess.
Her bedroom or
the smell?
Her between me down there.
Between me down there.
Oh.
And then like it wasn't good. Like it was because I wasn't that experienced. So like it was like a It was like I look in to see what's going on.
You have to open the blinds.
No.
Out the window.
It was like a, hey, I'm in, I'm out, that kind of thing.
How old are you?
20, 21. Not even that old, maybe.
Yeah. So, like, new to the sex world.
I never even talked to her again after that. Like, I was, like, embarrassed. Like, the whole night was a catastrophe. Like, it was just bad.
That's gross.
And I was like, ugh.
So,
But I'll never forget. She's on the list, though. Like, on people you
Yeah.
remember, you know? But
Yeah.
it was bad. Like, yeah. Like, we were engaging, and she's like, is it in? I was like, I don't know. I think so.
I don't even know
I
anymore.
think so.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Because you just couldn't get stimulated, you couldn't get excited
you know,
to be there.
well, when you're wrapped up, like the feeling is a little less,
oh,
you
that's
know,
so,
whatever. But you know,
God.
it's like I don't know. But it was disgusting.
I
Like, it
will
was
never
bad.
look at a Red Lobster the same way again.
Well, it wasn't a Red Lobster, man. This was like tuna salad on its last day last week.
This is like you go to Walmart and they have tuna salad and it's been there for 3 days.
So you know what I said?
so
You know what I said after it?
Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me. Kill me.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be a running joke tonight, folks. So
It has to be.
Get prepared for it.
Let me see. Have I had any Is It In Yet? I don't think I've ever
You
had.
talk. I need to get another drink. So
Okay, well, I don't think I've had any Is It In Yet moments, but I've had some like pretty nasty stank kielbasa before.
what do you mean?
It was like, so I had just gone through a breakup and I was, you know, on the prowl. And I was moving and so I had the house to myself, so whatever. And I asked this guy to come over. I met him on, you know, like the finest of social media.
Which was
Grindr. I was on the grind. And he lived like next door. And I was like, hey, come over to my house. Let's hang out. And by hang out, I meant like you have a 10-minute window to hang out. So whatever. So he comes over and he was like, hey, I've been working all day. How's it going? I'm like, good, that's fine. Just get in my bedroom. And so...
all right, so let's go. Like, how old were you?
I was like 22.
How old was he?
I didn't ask. I don't know.
Like, if you had to ballpark it, how old was
he was like 24.
Ah, so it wasn't
Like
that
my
bad.
age. Yeah, like not crazy. But he and I revealed our between me down there's. And we're in the bedroom, and so I go down because I'm a gentleman.
You're a gentleman.
I go first. You know, I'm like, I invite you to my
You're
house.
Christopher Columbus.
I am. I am the Christopher Columbus of gay.
Okay,
Sex.
I like that. Only you're not white, you don't have blonde hair, you're not Italian. But you're there first.
I'm there first.
Yeah.
So I do it, and immediately I get this, like, rank stink aroma of, like, ball sack sweat.
It's bad.
And, like
that could be almost as bad as women's crotch.
it is literally probably the same
It's
thing,
probably on
if
par.
not worse.
It's probably on par.
Oh, it's so gross. Like, it's because it's, like, skin and sweat, and, like, guys are just naturally, like, musky. Like, that's our pheromones. That's how we attract a mate, whatever. And so I go down there, and I kid you not.
You were just like,
Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me.
Every eyebrow lash that I had burned off my face. And I, like, got up.
Like, what do you say, though? Like, did you just
So this is what
continue?
I did, because I'm such a bitch. No, I, like, went down there for 2 seconds, and I, like, got back up, and he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I actually don't really know how to do this. So
Playing it dumb.
I played it dumb.
That's a good move.
I played it like I had never sucked a penis before in my mouth.
Good move.
Never in my life, sir. And so he was like, and I was like, but you can go down on me. And he did. And then I didn't touch him.
You said that to him.
I said,
you can
like,
go down on me.
I was like, you can go down on me.
You said it in that voice?
I probably did.
You were like a pirate? You would know me.
I'm matey, I got some booty for you. And yeah, that was it. And I just remember it just smelling so bad.
That's disgusting.
It was gross. And
People
then,
gotta know that they stink, though, right?
you gotta know if you... But, like, to his advantage, he was like, hey, I did just come back from work. I work outside. But I'm like...
Put some powder, take a shower. Like there's
literally,
a lot of stuff you can do. There's a lot of
popping
stuff.
in the shower takes no time. No time at all. Like, if you can...
2 minutes tops.
2 minutes tops. To just, like, scrub your...
Excuse me, just to scrub downstairs, 1 minute tops.
My teacher in, like, in, like, 7th grade was like, you hit the hot spots and go. Hot spots, meaning your armpits.
Yeah.
Your between me down there's, your booty crack, and you brush your teeth.
AKA the Mexican shower. What some people say.
Or the hoe shower, when you just take, like...
Hoe shower.
The hoe shower is when you take a toilet... wipe, and then you just, like, wipe everything.
Well,
and you go.
not to interject, not for too long, but when we were overseas, we would, it's crude.
Yeah.
Mexican shower, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you would take a wipe, and you would do underarm.
Yep.
You would do downstairs.
Yep.
And then I would do ass just to end it off.
You got to. You have to do your ass. I don't understand.
Sometimes I do it in opposite order. Just kidding.
Ooh.
I told my dad that one time. Like, I did a tweet where I was like, some people wash, pits, downstairs ass, but I do it in opposite order. He goes, that's disgusting.
That is literally
I was like,
disgusting.
Dad, you really think I would wash my ass, wash my genitals, wash my underarms, and wash my face?
You have to remember, your parents grew up with you as a teenager. That's probably not too
but
far
like,
off their register.
nobody would do that.
You probably would do
Nobody would do that.
Mary, if you're listening to this, I need you to...
They listen to every podcast.
I need you to comment below and just back me up.
Mary has a Twitter, by the way.
She's tweeting? Mary, you twatting?
This is like
I love
this
that.
is like the third sign of the apocalypse.
That's so sweet.
When Mary tweeted tweeted me back, you know what I said?
Go home. Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me.
I have to say, when I met your parents, because I've known you for what, 2-3 years now?
If least amount of time, 2-3 years.
Like 4 years?
Probably longer than that.
Probably longer than that. And that was the first time when they came by to visit. They were in
they're
town.
good people, though.
They
I
were
love my
so-
parents. Like,
Your mom was so
lie.
sweet.
Yeah.
Tony was an absolute gentleman.
They're
they
folksy
liked
people.
the house. I liked it.
They're folksy people.
Because you know why? I deal in my profession of acting. I deal with so many fucking fake, phony baloney people. I live in the suburbs. Like, I have so many, like, Real Housewives, plastic surgery, Botox out, like, don't know their head from their ass from a cocktail. And it's so nice and refreshing to meet people like your parents who are just so down to earth. Sweet,
I got pretty.
nice.
I got lucky. They're pretty down to earth.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
even though they give me a lot of crap now and again.
Well,
but
sometimes you got to get your ass whooped.
Hey, that's the deal.
You got to get your ass whooped.
What were we even talking about?
College. Let's go on to the Yogurt Man.
All right, Yogurt Man. I'm pissed about this guy He's okay, so here's the thing about him. Like, everyone is bragging about him. Oh, he's an immigrant.
Yeah.
He came here. He created a yogurt company, and he's a millionaire. And I feel bad because I was born in America.
What yogurt company?
I don't eat yogurt, and I'm not a millionaire.
I'm lactose intolerant.
No, Chernobyl or whatever it is. Is it on the cover of this?
Chernobyl. I don't know if Chobani yogurt.
Yes.
Chobani is actually really fucking good. And I'm lactose intolerant, and I have had it.
But it's just like, I was born in this country, and I don't eat yogurt, and I'm not a millionaire.
Well, look at that. So he's on the cover of Fast Company magazine for 2017, the month of August.
Yeah.
Or April, excuse me. And he looks like a handsome man.
He is a handsome man.
I love his nose. Where
I do. You know what? When it comes to women, I like a longer nose.
Yeah, I like that. It's like a nice feature.
I like a longer nose.
You know who has a good nose?
Who's got a great nose?
The guy who was in The Pianist. What's his name?
Oh, he's got a huge nose. God.
He has Adrian Brody.
That's a big nose.
Not Adrian Brody, but
he was in The Pianist. Adrian Brody. He kissed Halle Berry when he won the Oscar.
His schnoz is huge, but I like a good schnoz.
So would you equate
like a good schnoz
nose to cock?
I would not. I feel like
what's a good equation to that? Like, is there any equation to that?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Do you want to know?
Tell us now.
So what I think, here's my theory, is I think the length of your thumb has to do with the size of your peen.
Okay.
So I feel like if you have like a long...
He's got a bigger thumb than me.
Long and like maybe like more skinnier thumb, it's like probably like long and skinny. Okay. And then if you have like a thick and like decent sized looking thumb, it's probably not like the longest, but like with really nice girth.
Yeah.
And then if you have like just an average, then like I don't know. I feel like that's what I think. That's what I
Here's
think.
my theory, okay?
I think it's all to do with the thumb. There's a penis-thumb correlation.
I've been in the military, so I've showered with many men.
Sure.
Not that I'm proud about it, but I had to do it.
Sure.
And what I've seen, and I've seen more men than Elton John in the shower.
You've seen more men than Stevie Wonder.
Probably. Well, he's probably seen a lot of people because he can't see it all. Rude. But
I love that you just got the joke.
tall,
right now.
skinny
It's my
guys tend to have a huge
the
hog.
biggest fucking cocks.
Tend to have a huge hog.
You know what it is? It's called tall dick.
And you know what? If I lost weight, maybe I would seem like I would have a bigger one.
No.
Oh,
No.
thanks.
No. I mean, you might. But I don't think it has anything. I really think you're just like, it's fucking genetics.
It is.
It's so weird. Have you ever thought and wondered, this is going to break the fourth wall
Break
a little
it.
bit, but have you ever thought and wondered, like, this is what my penis looks like. I wonder what my father's penis looks like.
I've seen my dad's dick, and it was huge when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, everything's bigger.
And I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god!
Fire hose.
That's what I came out of!
It's a fire hose. I got a squirt gun. I can't put out any fires with that. But I mean, I was a kid.
Do
know?
you think that your peen and your father's peen are similar?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go, hey, Dad,
No.
let's get hard at the same time and
No,
see
that's
what
totally
like,
weird.
the message is.
No, that's definitely don't do that. I think you're right, because I've seen my dad's schnoz, or not schnoz, but his slong.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Was it
and
big time?
When I was a kid, I do remember I was like, wow, it looks really big.
Yeah.
And now as I've gotten older, I look at it and I'm like, I feel like it's comparable.
Yeah.
I'm never obviously going to know, and I don't want to know, but I think there is some correlation between your father's genitals and yours.
It's gotta be.
There has
Like,
to be.
Sometimes I pull down my pants and a girl says, is that it? And then I go,
I have to go home. Kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Like, kill me.
listen, it's gonna be there all night, folks. You gotta get used to it.
It's just so funny.
But
It's really funny, actually.
All right, so I don't know what we're talking about next. You're doodling on it.
I'm doodling on Chobani.
All right, so what's that?
So why do you? So you hate him because
I hate
he's an
him
immigrant.
because-
he fucking did the Chobani.
No,
over-
it's just because I'm an American and I haven't accomplished as much as he.
Well, it's
has.
because you're an American. Like, he was an immigrant who had nothing. He comes to the land of opportunity, and he's like, oh, fuck, I can do this
Let
shit.
me ask you this: have you ever met a homeless Jewish person?
Ambition is ambition is ambition.
Have you ever
is
met a
ambition.
homeless Jewish person? No.
I don't know.
There's
I don't,
no homeless Jewish people.
9
because
times
they
out of
push-
10.
They push them to be the best.
9 times out of 10, I am not talking to a homeless person.
Well, no, but like, have you ever have you ever met a Jewish guy that like wasn't medium to like good successful? Never. I've never met one ever.
Okay.
There was like a freaking Circle K employee.
Well, I think that's probably cultural.
It's cultural.
I think, which is awesome. And
My kids are going to be Jewish.
You have to think. I mean, I think everybody's kid should be Jewish. I love the Jewish culture or the Jewish religion.
The whole kitchen
So
just
it's like a
collapsed.
religion. It's a culture. It's
I think it's a culture
everything.
more than anything else.
It is. I love it. I think it's awesome.
Because when you're like 12, you have to memorize this huge long thing.
Yeah.
I think that helps with like your cognitive function. Because like when you're a kid, the more you pump into your brain from 6 to 10 years old, like that carries on. Like,
And it's also so cool to think that it's like a huge sense of pride and lineage.
it is.
And I think in today's day and age, it's so easy to forget and not remember because you don't have a photo of something. I think with the Jewish culture, it's installed in you. It's instilled in you to know what your heritage is, where you come from, your background, why this means something, why this holiday is important to you, to just why we do the things we do. And I think nowadays it's so easy to just like forget that and fluff it off to the side. And I am by no means a religious person.
You're huge
at all.
religious. You're out
But
of control.
I think there is something to be said for culture. And in America, I don't think we have that much culture.
Not much culture.
I'm sorry about it. Low carb diets. So we're both on this low. You started it. Like, you are the trendsetter of the house.
He says the royal.
No, it's you. But you have inspired me to jump on the low carb bandwagon because it works, Jerry. It works. I need to lose like 12 to 15 pounds.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, podcast looks out for other podcasts. So if you listen to this, Joe Rogan podcast is what I listen to a lot.
Right.
And I like about it is it's a variety. It's a variety, and it's like it's like 2 to 3 hours every podcast.
Can I just say, I think that's way too long.
It is
too long.
But it's just, to me, like some people read books, I listen to podcasts.
I get it.
And I get that same kind of, appreciation from that.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of nutritionists, a lot of like specialists, a lot of doctors on it.
And they come on there for 3 hours and talk?
Dude, but it's so interesting though because they go from topic to topic to topic to topic to topic and they just talk about whatever. So I was a fat piece of crap and I was like, you know what? I don't like the junk. Because I worked out like a maniac. I would work out for like an hour a day. I would run, I would do whatever, and then I would try to eat healthy, and I would still just be like, this is pointless because I don't look any better.
Just come here.
Exactly. So I would like work out for an hour and then just come back.
Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me.
But I soon discovered the keto diet, which is a low carb diet.
Is that what it's called?
It's called keto.
It's called keto.
And what it is a drastic subtraction of carbohydrates. So I don't eat bread, I don't eat pasta, I don't eat rice.
Do you eat ass?
No. I don't eat quinoa. I don't eat any of that. The only carbs I get are from meat and vegetables. And it's high, like you have to have, like the pyramid is like the bottom where you're supposed to eat the most is fat.
We call him fat, bitch. I'm chunky.
So, what it's no problem for me to just hunk mayonnaise. I have my own sriracha mayonnaise. I put sriracha mayonnaise over everything.
Wait, you gave up the sriracha mayo?
No, I put it on everything.
Okay. I thought you gave it up. I was like, that's your
And then I just got bacon, so I put bacon over everything. And then I'm on a kale kick. Only because I go to Aldi and they didn't have anything else to eat but kale.
Yeah.
So I got that.
I love Aldi.
But I'll tell you what, the first week I tried it, I lost 5 pounds in a week. And I was like, whoa, this is pretty crazy. And a lot of it is water weight. It is. Because you're not, like the carbohydrates aren't there to store that, the water. And then I went on assignment in Jacksonville and I was drinking energy drinks that had 60 carbs, and I was eating Hot Pockets and stuff like that. It was just terrible for me. So I came back, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go to meat, vegetables, and sauce. I can't give up the sauce. It's probably unnecessary carbs, but I like sauce. I can't do it without it. And I weighed 215 last Saturday. I got on the scale in the morning. I weighed 215. This morning, I got on the scale, it was 208.
That's insane.
After doing just
And it's literally just because you gave up
carbs. Give up carbs.
Jesus.
All that. And there's some times where you're like, man, I really could use, fries or chips. But honestly, if you can get it to where it works for you, you don't miss the other stuff. Because, you can eat fettuccine Alfredo without the fettuccine.
You can.
You can just get chicken, broccoli, and just pour the fettuccine because cheese is good. Cheese is good in fat and it's low carb. And also, you're a vegetarian.
I am. Mm-hmm.
So it might be a little more difficult for you because I get a lot. But
I'm looking it up right now.
High fat is the thing. You don't even need to have that much protein. You can just have a lot of high fats.
So when you
avocado,
say fats, go into what are fats? Because when you say fat, it's that's a trigger word.
Right.
That's scary.
So, and I'll debunk that right now. So we all thought fat was bad, right? When growing up, fats are bad. Fats are bad. Fats are bad.
Fags?
No.
Who are you calling a fag?
Anyway, the sugar is the ultimate number one enemy. So sugar companies paid Harvard doctors. This is true. You can look it up. You can Google it. They paid Harvard doctors to do a study.
Yeah.
And scheme it to where fats were more detrimental in a bad way to you as opposed to sugar. So when you look at it, when I grew up, fats were bad. Don't eat egg whites. Fats are bad. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't eat egg whites.
The only bad fat is trans fats.
Right.
Because that's like an engineered fat.
And saturated fats too, right?
No, saturated fats are good. And polysaturated fats are good as well.
Right.
And what I found out today, because my mayonnaise has a lot of polyfats in it.
Come on, mayonnaise.
But fats are good. If you look at a lot of wild animals, example, grizzly bears, when they get salmon, you know what they eat first? They eat the fat. When they catch a salmon, they eat the fat right away.
What do you mean?
So you know, like when grizzly bears, like you know, like the salmon, like they
jump
they grab
and they swipe and they
so they pull the salmon open, right? They eat the fat first.
How do they know where the fat is? Like the fat of the salmon?
Yeah, they eat the fat first, and then they eat the rest because the fat is fuel. So we'll break it down. So
break it down.
Let's
baby,
say Domino. Let's say Domino wants to run a marathon, right?
I want to be a grizzly bear.
Right. So what he does is he eats a big bowl of pasta the night before.
Okay.
He loads that energy available.
I'm down. I
right?
like it. Yeah.
So the next morning he runs that marathon. He burns off all of that carb, right? That carb, it's energy. It's sugar, it's energy. He burns it up.
Right.
Let's say Domino wants to run another marathon, but he doesn't eat the pasta, right?
Yeah.
So he runs that marathon. What does he have to burn? What's he burning?
Fat.
Fat.
Right.
And a lot of people have fat. And it's hard to burn that fat. But if you don't eat carbs, it burns that fat. And once you start burning that fat...
I see. So it's like the carbs act as like...
as a fat shield almost.
Yes, exactly. So it's like the jacket to the carbs of the jacket,
right?
And then you take the jacket off. The only thing you have left is the fat.
Yes,
underneath. Okay,
so,
I get it.
So when your body burns, and like your body wants energy, right? So when I want to run,
right,
I need energy. Where am I getting the energy from? I'm gonna get it from carbs. If I don't have carbs, my body's gonna go to the next thing, which is fat. And when you burn enough fat, you get ketones. Yeah. And what ketones are is more healthy for you than if you were to burn fat.
What is a ketone?
Ketone is, I'm not super up on it, but a ketone is when you burn like your own fat, it turns into a ketone, which is good for your brain, good for your body, all this, that, and the other thing. It's better than burning a carb.
Right.
So, but it works.
So I looked on Google. It says ketosis is a metabolic process that occurs when the body does not have enough glucose for energy. Glucose comes from carbs, I'm assuming.
Glucose is sugar.
Glucose, yeah. But
so carbs,
break down
bread,
into sugar.
Turns into sugar.
Absolutely. So doesn't have enough glucose for energy. Stored fats are broken down for energy, resulting in a buildup of acids called ketones within the body. Some people encourage ketosis by following a diet called the ketogenic or low-carb diet. That doesn't necessarily explain what ketosis and ketones are, but I do understand that it's a metabolic process of doing it. Yeah,
it's way healthier for you because sugar is bad.
Right.
I mean, anybody, like if you look at any, everything has sugar in it, like, and it's bad. I like sugar. Right. Sugar's good. I like Kool-Aid. I like everything else.
You like Kool-Aid?
Well, like flips.
Garrett, what the fuck is a flip?
A flip is when you freeze Kool-Aid in a cup and then you melt it and you push it out and you flip it over.
That is the most ratchet ghetto fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
I at work all the time.
That's why you work at a ghetto ratchet fucking place.
I do.
You do. I saw that on your Snapchat and I was like, what is this?
But they're delicious.
I bet is it full of sugar?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
Of course it's full of sugar.
So this woman, she was like, I was at a restaurant that I was doing a photo shoot for. I can't release the name right now because of contracts. But she was like, oh, do you like this iced tea? I don't like it. I'm from the South. And immediately I looked at her and I was like, oh, so that means you had juvenile diabetes at the age of 2?
Was she fat?
Of course she was fat. Like, anytime anybody in the South is like, oh, I like my iced tea, I'm like, you like a gallon
I
of
like
sugar.
sweet tea. I haven't had it in a long time.
Because it's disgusting.
I like sweet tea. It tastes good.
It does not taste good. It's
Yeah.
crack. It's crack for your brain. Your brain is telling you that it tastes good, even though it does not taste good.
It's a good drink. Okay.
Thanks, I'm a bartender. What can I say?
You're a bartender.
But no, I get what you're saying. Like, so the Kool-Aid is probably good. So
No,
is
the
that
Kool-Aid is
low-
not good because it's all sugar.
Well, it's good tasting for you.
Oh,
because
yeah,
of sugar.
yeah.
I know that it's not good. You don't have to tell me that it's not good.
But,
I grew up with Kool-Aid. What you think this is?
All right, cool.
I grew up with the Kool-Aid.
But like the first few days into it, like your stomach feels like hot. Like my stomach feels hot. Like, and I guess that feels good.
Right.
But you feel kind of tired. And they say you get headaches if you don't get enough sodium. But I put a lot of sauce on my stuff, so I get that sodium, and I didn't get the headaches. But you do get a little tired. You do get a little burnt out. Like in the middle of the day, you're just like, oh.
So what do you do to reinstate energy within your body when you're losing that?
You eat.
So you eat like a salad? Like
No. So today, I'll give you my meal plan for the day. Today I had an omelet. I had kale that I chopped up.
I love kale.
And I put it in, and I like it too. Like I didn't think
kale chips.
I didn't. If you heat it up, it's not all the beneficial.
Yeah, but you get like the crispy, crunchy.
But it's not
chip.
as good for you.
But you get the crispy, crunchy chip.
Yeah, you
flavor.
get the chip flavor. So I put kale. I put onions. I put ham. I put cheese. Cheese is good in keto. Like if you like cheese,
I love cheese.
You're gonna do you can have keto all day. You can just eat cheese and you'll be fine.
Keto my burrito, girl.
Because it's good fat, it's low carb, and there's protein.
What cheese though? All cheese?
I don't know. Just look at the cheese. Like if there's a
Just
lot
look
of
at
sugar,
the cheese.
if there's a lot
Just
of
look at the cheese.
there's a lot of sugar on the cheese and don't eat it. But like I eat Munster cheese a lot, like mozzarella cheese.
Right.
But then I put bacon bits. I don't put a lot of bacon bits. I put a few bacon bits.
Do you know bacon bits are vegan? Bacon.
They're real bacon though.
Oh no! You got to go to like the.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Like
there.
the kind that you get in like the shake thing for salads. Vegan.
Yeah, well, if I get
Vegan.
I don't get bacon bits because
Bacon.
Bacon. But there's zero carbs. It's good fat. It's saturated fat, which is actually good for you. Don't it's not bad. It's good fat, and it tastes good. And then I put 2 eggs. The egg yolk is good for you. It's natural fat, which is good. People think the yellow, like people, I'm on the egg white diet.
I'm on the egg white diet.
Egg white diet, bro. Those yolks are just natural fats that are great for you. So I put them in, I shake it up, I put it in the microwave, I eat it. This morning I put just a bunch of mayonnaise all over it, which sounds gross. Sounds gross.
Fucking gross.
And it was gross when I ate it.
Fucking
but I didn't have my MCT oil at the time, so
that's ignorant.
I just ate it.
So, well, I'm excited for your journey, and I can't wait to keep hearing your process. I'm joining the keto train.
Yes.
You've inspired me. Like, I'm not even, like, bullshitting you and, like, blowing smoke. Like, the fact that you were like, I lost 5 pounds in a week, and I'm sitting over here.
This week I
like
lost 7 pounds. I lost 7 pounds this week.
Guess what? Guess who found it? Me.
And you know
it was in the motherfucking refrigerator.
And guess what? I used to work out for an hour a day. You know how much I work out now?
30
I work
minutes.
out from 25 to 35 minutes a day.
My cardio routine is 20 minutes.
And then I might go for a walk, and that's it. I'll work out, like, I don't want to get too much into it. Like,
do you remember when we like first started living together and we used to go running?
Yes.
I was never in better shape than that time in my life. And I would look in the mirror and I was like, you're so fat and ugly. And now I step on the scale and I see the...
Well, at least you can admit it.
I can. Like, I have such weird, like, body dysmorphia.
But
like,
you look like...
so fucked
in
up.
clothes, you look great, though.
I do, but don't, like, take them
Me
off.
too. Like, in clothes, I look pretty good. But when I take the clothes off, I'm like...
Yeah.
I'm like a sandcastle. Like, someone just, like, put a bunch of...
What do we say? It's tank top bods. We have tank top bodies.
Yeah.
Like, our arms look good. The tops of our chest look good. But then, like, go too much lower.
Now, your arms are... I'm just kidding.
No, I don't... I've always had
your arms
big
look good.
arms. I don't have defined arm. I just have, like...
I'm not going to give you a game size.
No, you have a great chest.
I do have a great chest.
Which I'm so jealous of. Like I feel like
I have a little
chest.
bowl chest though. Like I think it helps me.
No,
though,
but it
like,
looks
protrude.
great. No, it looks great.
All right, what's next on the list? People don't want to hear
So
about
now
dieting.
that we're on doing our keto diet,
yes,
we're getting our bodies in shape and we're trying to look good.
Oh, so summer
because that means we're like
summer bods the next topic.
So like here's
God.
it's not summer bods. I have written down like summer goals.
Summer goals.
Like so, what are like your goals for the summer? I mean, I guess you should be asking me. I'm the guest on your podcast.
No, there's no rules on my podcast, so anybody can ask anybody.
But I mean, like, what are? I mean, obviously, getting in shape and looking fucking sexy for days is a goal.
Yeah,
which is a good realistic goal. Like, what?
Here's my goal. Like, I don't want love handles.
True.
That's my goal. I don't want love handles because they look gross.
That's
like,
modest.
They're like nasty.
Yeah.
And if you wear any kind of pants that are like somewhat tight, they look disgusting.
I think they look nasty only for people our age. Like, because we are 20.
Well, we're 25 to.
We're 25 to 30.
Well, who does it look good to?
Nobody.
Okay, thank you.
But I think I think now more than ever at our age, if we don't look good at 25 or 30, people will look at us and be like, you're in the prime of your life. Like, why don't you have abs? Why don't you... Like, I was at a pool party and somebody was like... They were talking about somebody that we know. And
who we know? Who?
They were talking about somebody that we know.
5 people listen to this podcast. Yeah, that's okay.
They were talking about somebody that we know. And they were like, yeah, I just don't understand why that person doesn't have abs yet. And I was like, bitch, do you have abs? Like, it's a lot of work to get abs.
It is a lot of work.
But people just think that because you're young and you're pretty and you're doing shit, like, you should have an intoned body. But, like, school, work, and paying bills and shit, like...
Well, going back to it, like,
the fact that you're not...
When we grew up, our food pyramid... What was at the bottom of it where you need 7 doses a day? It was grains.
Cheez-Its.
It was all grains. And grains, honestly, don't give you anything that you really need.
Were you a meat and potatoes kind of a family?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very meat and potatoes kind of family. Because they were from the north.
Yeah, sure.
So it was a lot of, like, meat.
I love that you say the north.
The north?
Because you were in the fucking panhandle. Or was this when you were in...
Well, my parents were from Minnesota and Indiana.
Okay, so they're from
They
there.
were they had that hardwired in.
Okay.
So, like, when we moved to Tallahassee, you know, we're going to eat the way they want, and they still eat the way they want, you know?
Yeah. But no, that's definitely meat and potatoes.
It's meat and potatoes. You know, and, like, I can't eat potatoes anymore.
Oh, I love potatoes.
They're good.
They're good. Everything.
Fries. Cheese fries.
Can we, like,
cheese fries.
Can we just name off? Can we...
I want cheese fries right now. I want cheese fries.
In honor of the keto diet, can we just, like, give a moment to potatoes and name off all the things how great they are?
Alright, so I like tater tots.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Cheesy fries.
Cheesy fries, waffle fries, curly fries.
Fucking fries.
Oh man, the curly fries from
Arby's. Oh my god.
Read your mind.
I went to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Twice in 1 week just to get the waffle fries. I got a salad too. I got their super fruit salad.
They're great.
I'll be damned if I didn't get those waffle fries.
But you know, like with a keto diet, you can cheat like once, twice a week.
But that's the thing. We can't afford to cheat. Cheating is for losers.
I'm gonna go straight 2 weeks, and then I'll probably cheat after that. Just like, oh, this is what it feels like to feel like shit.
I feel like cheat
because after you eat it, like people ask me like, so don't you miss like eating cheeseburgers? Like, do I miss feeling bloated and disgusting? Like,
right.
Here's the thing for me. Like,
right.
Would I rather feel
good,
like empty and like kind of whatever, or full and disgusting? Like, what would you rather have? Would you rather feel belt down by carbs and, like, disgusting stuff, or kind of just, like, tired and, whatever?
Well, here's the thing. Like, some people are so content in the fact that they have a belly that protrudes out.
It's acceptable.
They have accepted it. And then they're like, yeah, I'm going to just go to the drive-thru because it's so easy, it's so convenient. And that's a life that they've fallen into, and I love it.
The greatest invention of American.
They are, but there could be better options. So I think it's good to have a cheat day.
It is good. Like, if you're...
to remind yourself of why you are doing what you're doing.
Because, like, if you, like, are, like, I don't know, like, for me, I'm going to be a Nazi for, like, the first week and a half, and then I'll treat myself.
Yeah.
Just because you have to set the tone, you know, you can't, you know.
Well, you're human. At the end of the day, you're fucking human. So you can't just quit everything, so. You could. It's hard, but that takes a lot more determination. Well, I stopped drinking for a week.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so proud of that one
tough.
week. But it was the hardest thing I've done. Like, it is so... And I don't drink... I drink, like, a glass of wine. Maybe 2 glasses if I'm feeling crazy.
Right.
I might.
BS.
But I stopped completely for a whole week, and it was the worst thing I think I've ever done.
Yeah.
Because life is hard. Like, you need to come home, decompress, and I do yoga, and I meditate, and I go to the gym, and I, like, have an outlet in life. But
I think a lot of people don't
meditate.
meditate. Like, meditation is, like, a good thing. Like, I meditated today.
Did you really?
For, like, 5 minutes.
You have to. Isn't it great?
And if you don't know how to meditate, here's an easy step from Uncle Cog, or Garrett, or however you call me.
Nobody's
You breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, you release for 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds, and you continue.
It's just that's focus. It's the focus.
It is. And I was listening to another podcast on Joe Rogan. You should check it out. It's mental biceps. So what you do is you focus on your breathing, and if you think of something else, you go back to your breathing. And it's a mental bicep.
And it's totally okay to think of something else while you're meditating.
It is,
It's just acknowledging the fact that you're thinking about something and letting it go.
Right. So it's if you're going to focus on one thing, that's cool. So, like, I need to focus on this, you know, lesson plan I have. So I'm going to meditate towards it. Or, you know what? I'm not going to think about anything but my breathing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to think about my breathing.
Think about your breathing.
So do you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth?
I like to...
Or do you do all schnoz?
When I'm meditating, I like to breathe out through my nose. Because...
I do all nose too, because it's like more natural to me. It's
you know what my favorite thing is as breathing through your nose is it's natural, it's easy, but if you just concentrate on how when you breathe out, it tickles your nose, and you focus on that breathing out, and then you breathe in, and focus on that in between the breathing out and breathing in, and you're like, oh, I'm not breathing right now. I'm not breathing out, nor am I breathing in. That split, tiny fraction of a second, that is what you focus on, and that is what you meditate on, and it's so easy to do.
Well, no one really thinks about them. You know, it's all about yourself. You know, you have to get yourself good. Like, you have to, like...
Yeah.
You know, it's all about...
You have to
we have so many other stimuli that we can attract ourselves to, but, like, at the end of the day, you got to get yourself right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking a lot about diet. All right, so if you are just, like, fed up with us being about, you know, being better about yourself.
I have to go home. Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me. I have to go home. Kill me.
All right, so that's it. I mean, if you want to reach me, my Twitter is Garrett W. Savage.
Wait, are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
Well, you gotta let me know.
We're done.
We're done.
You're doodling on a paper with a guy with tits. With a
I
weird face.
like to draw while I talk. It's it's stimulating for me.
Anyway, Domino, if people want to reach you, where do they need to go?
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You go to my Instagram. I'm at Dominio. That's DOMINYO. And at Dominio, Instagram right there. Or to my website at dominothomas.com. And talk to me. I love talking to people. Or my YouTube page at Domino TV at YouTube.
Do you do anything on that page?
I do. I'm building it up right now. So I'm really excited about this.
You can brag about this podcast.
Thank you for having me on your podcast for the first time on air.
First time on air.
But the second time that we've actually done.
Second time
I love talking with you. I mean, we talk all the time, but I love this. I love doing this. So
I think this is a really good podcast.
I think I was telling somebody about your podcast the other day, and I'm really proud that you are doing this and sticking with it, because I think it's going to reach people, and I think at the end of the day, it's cathartic for you to do this and talk, and I appreciate you.
Well, I have a hard on now that Domino blew me up that big.
Well, I'm gonna take care of it. is that on the keto diet?
No, I mean it's all protein.
Oh.
But if you want to reach me, it's the email. It's crude. It's DACOGCast@gmail.com. My Twitter, I think, is Garrett W. Savage, or it's Garrett Cog Savage. It's one of those. I need to figure it out. But we're gonna put this on iTunes eventually. Hopefully, this one will be the first one to put on it. And you can reach out to me at Garrett W. Savage on Twitter. If you guys enjoy it. If you have a question, just ask out, reach out, anything about that. If not, if you're having a rough day, just think about this guy.
Go home. Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me. And go home. Kill me. Just kill me.
His day's not that bad. He made $20 million.
He made $20
Go
million.
home. I have to go home.